Hello everyone, we're back with Olympus, with Fake Grand Order chapter. Dang it. So one thing I did see, this is at least a little bit of a spoiler. I didn't actually know about, two of these? Well, the second Olympus chapter as another gacha. I had no idea Raiko was here. So maybe Kentoki still is alive and they're gonna go over to Heiankyo? I don't know. I knew Lancer Artoria Alter was in it, although I think she only shows up for like 5 minutes. Medea Lily, you know, she's obviously from the Olympus group, who went from Atlantis. And I have no idea why Drake is here. Do we summon her again? Or she didn't die in Atlantis and I was a genius. Now that Poseidon's dead, she can sail again, right? Right? Yeah. We'll see, I guess. I doubt we'll be finding out any of this. Well, maybe this chapter. Now at the harvest that reaps the stars 1. Yeah, so this one's supposed to be very short. Well, like, shorter than your average. So I think I'm going to do like the first arrow of section 5 as well, because that's supposed to be longer than average. Let's get started. Yeah, this is a 4-part arc. I looked. The next boss is 7-2. Umineko. Gazing up at the sky. You know, I meant to look up if there's any like Greek gods related to Minerva. The name of the owl, or just any mythology at all related to Minerva, specifically as an owl. I'll do that after this episode. I mean, when a masked figure comes up and you don't see their face is important. That means they're hiding their identity from the viewer, meaning it matters. Anyway, always reminds me of my beautiful, fragile daughter. My dear daughter, who was born solely to be loved. You always loved everything that grew on the land. You always had such a bright smile on your face. Where's this? I always hoped that one day you would meet someone wonderful, fall in love, and have a dear child of your own who looked just like you. Then that child would one day have a child of their own, and so on and so on. Then one day the land would be covered with your descendants. That's what I used to dream about. I truly believed it would happen. But now... oh, why? Why? Why did you leave the land that day? Because I didn't look at the identity of the next boss, but I saw that it's a giant robot. So I'm assuming that's related to the robot we fight. Well, that's Kaneshimosa's structure, right? That could be Demeter talking about Persephone, right? Not that's Odysseus' girlfriend, well, wife, isn't it? What's her name? Penelope. There's so many P names. It might be Penelope. Olympia Dodana, yeah. God, it's hot in my room today. Is OBS? I remember seeing a pause button on OBS before. Oh, don't mess with that. Hanging perimeter gardens. If I could figure out where that was, I'd go, you know, turn the air on a little bit. The birds are chirping merrily again today. They sing the praises of Olympus, sing of how happy they are to be here amongst its glorious skies, bountiful harvests, and beautiful vistas. And yet, my heart sits ill at ease. Sounds like you got it pretty rough too, hon. Hey, more Pepe's always good. You're the queen, right? My world's version of Greek mythology. Remember Zeus falling in love with a human queen at one point. But they say you fused with Zeus' first wife, Hera. Doesn't that feel like sharing a body with your mother-in-law? How can you stand it? And on top of that, you're even acting out as his priestess. So what's Pepe up to? I guess Zeus must really be attached to you. Maybe he's still on our side secretly. Yeah. By the way, just out of curiosity, how does this last spot feel about women's rights? Oh yeah, true. During the Olympia Lady Hera suffered a grave wound and her original mechanical body was destroyed. But Zeus was reluctant to lose his beloved queen forever. By fusing her remnants with me, a heroic spirit from proper human history is able to prolong both of our lives. Such is the depth of his love for us. I see. Thank you for worrying about me, Pepe. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I was hoping to ask you about the Chaldeans. How could I say no to that? Especially after you've so kindly been putting me up in your lovely palace, shrine. Oh, what's this? Oh, Demeter. You two having a nice chat? It is interesting since they mentioned it. Like, just seeing like how sexist different cultures were based like through the lens of their mythology, right? Like, you know, recently I listened to the Mahabharata and read through some Greek mythology. Like, there is like, you could tell, in like how old India, like how do you refer to India like 2,000-3,000 years ago? Just old India. You could tell through the Mahabharata that, women in that were very like, I don't know how to phrase it. It felt very sexist to me, right? Greek, like, less so, but it's still there, right? I'd have to... Anyway. Any friend of Krishtario Wodom's is a friend of Zeus's. Please, make yourself at home. Why, thank you. Don't mind if I do, then. Let's apply to your initiative, Queen Europa. Lady Demeter. I'd never have thought to do something so dreadful as gathering information on Chaldea and proper human history. What is this all about? No, wait, let me guess. Is it because you feel responsible for letting them get away yesterday? Yes, that's right. I feel terrible about not being able to fulfill Lord Zeus's revelation. Okay, sorry, I cut it. It was getting way too hot in here. I had to get up. Anyway, the air is on now. I won't die of a heat stroke. Probably. Yes, that's right. I feel terrible not being able to fulfill Lord Zeus's revelation. Oh, you poor thing. You really are quite the warrior one, aren't you? But you don't have to worry about things like this. Just let myself and the other gods take care of it. You may have assimilated with Lady Hera, but you're still only a demigod. Zeus would never want you pushing yourself beyond your limits. All you need to do is sit and smile by the flowers, like any young maiden your age. Have you met my daughter Persephone yet? Oh, it is Persephone! I'd just love to see you two become friends. So, I'm assuming this is who it was talking about. Lady Demeter, I'm afraid Persephone is... a servant, was it? Heroes who were inscribed in humanity upon their death now materialize as heroic spirits? What a truly awful procedure. I can scarcely think of anything more dreadful. So I'm assuming Persephone is dead. I'm assuming she sided with Hades. Everyone knows humans should only be born from their mothers. They have a wonderful idea, Europa. You should think of me as your mother now. Oh no, I see, okay. I see where Raiko's gonna come in. It's quite alright, Europa. There's no need to be polite. I'm the goddess of the land, and the land has always been a mother to all things. Mother of the land, huh? Sounds a lot like Gaia. In Greek mythology, I know, she's the mother of the earth, the gods, and everything else under the sun. She was also married to Uranus, the first god of the heavens. Is that not the Roman name? Did the Romans just copy the Greek name Mount 8? First there is chaos, then Gaia, the land, I'm here to kill chaos! The land came forth and gave birth to everything. Every time they mention chaos, we have to say that. The land has always been a mother. That's how it's supposed to be. And the sea was also a mother. Or at least, it was supposed to be. The sea didn't sense any sort of femininity from the last god of the sea in Atlantis. Maybe that refers to the Oceanids, the daughters of the sea? Oh, Pepe, human sage. That isn't what I mean. I suppose it might be difficult for you to understand. But all the same, I'm certain that the sea was also once a mother. I don't know what that's referring to. Oh, okay, end of chapter. Second one. Back to us now? Or is this another enemy? Oh. Shadow Border? Oh, Storm Border. Magical energy signals making its way towards the ship. Oh, so they're in trouble. It's kinda faint, but I recognize this pattern anywhere. It's a servant. Hold on, I didn't even remember how he did his voice. Dang it, what do we do now? Don't have anyone in here who can fight right now. Calm down, Manuel. Have you tried a more thorough scan yet? Wait, oh no. It's Maniri. Oh god, I can't do... Hold on. Let me take a drink of water. I got this. What? Now you can't even remember the food theme anymore? But anyway, good idea. I got a thorough scan right now. Yeah, it's not the same. I remember last time I said I'll never be able to do this voice again. Easy there, guys. Just keep it together. I already scanned the servant myself. There's nothing to worry about. Leonardo! Is this Musashi? Technical advisor, what are you thinking? You're supposed to be on a recovery. Hey, what's the big idea? You know I prefer to be called Da Vinci. Anyway, don't worry about me. My recovery's still coming along fine. Holmes was nice enough to set things up for me so I could connect my consciousness to the border's core of the recovery pod. That said, the most I can do right now is activate the systems that don't need the magical reactors to be rebooted. So you're not overexerting yourself then? Of course not. Still making my health my first priority. Isn't that what your family's homunculus used to do too? Yes, it is. Ruthlessly so, in fact. Never mind that now. What did the scan tell us? I liked how he looked sad for a minute. Since Thule, is dead. Okay, the magical energy signal. Like I said, there's nothing to worry about. Your spirit origin is super high quality, but also tough for their low magical energy out levels, but they're in pretty bad shape. Huh. So it looks like a really high-end heroic spirit, one with a spirit origin that's on par with a divine spirit, so not Castor and Pollux. It's drifted here, probably from Atlantis. Drake! Drifted. So what, you're saying they got sucked into the Great Pit's whirlpool? They've been sort of floating around this area ever since instead of falling straight down? They probably got some kind of passive ability that lets them move around like this even when they're adrift. Then we need to make a calm, level-headed decision. Oh, actually, I might know who this is. So we have a powerful divine spirit level servant drifting about in a weakened state. From Atlantis. This could be Canis. Because one thing I know about Canis in this last bout, they have a conversation with Gordolf. I remember seeing a translation of that. I don't think I looked at it, but I saw the translation. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Canis and Gordolf. Now what is it? Relax, old man. It's just our new message sound. Looks like we got a bunch of data from the Wandering Sea. The readme is a video file. Put it up on the main monitor. Watch me. Firstly, I want to congratulate all of you for making it to Olympus. Thanks, Sion. Now that you made it this far, wish you success in cutting down the tree of emptiness. She's either shown up, hasn't she? I've been going all over the data you sent me. It has proven extremely useful. Thanks to what you learned by going up against the machine gods Artemis and Poseidon, we now know we can expect that the other gods of Olympus are similarly powerful mechanical beings with combat abilities beyond human ken. Ken? Is that supposed to be kind? And above all, I've gained information from the ultimate weapon that Hephaestus designed and forged out of Achilles' divine construct armor. The longbow Orion used to shoot down Artemis. Oh yeah, do we still have that? That piece of data turned out to be the final key. The final key. This is the key that will give humans the means to bring down gods. The last hope we have of fighting back against these literal deus ex machina. That's Chuni. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, see, it really is short. Quartz. And we get a chest? I know Mashu gets an upgrade sometime. Do you think this is it? Maybe? I mean, given Sion just talked about it, but we'd have to get back to them, obviously. Or they get to us. Anyway, we're gonna do one, maybe two of this chapter. Thou art the harvest that reaps the stars. Next one would be battle, so I could talk more about what I was talking about earlier. Like sexism in Hinduism versus Greek mythology. Well, not quite Hinduism, right? Because I don't know enough about current day Hinduism to say how separate it is from, you know, the Mahabharata from 2,000-3,000 years ago. Anyway. Oh, so this is the group that went to Olympus. The skyscrapers are collapsing. Dang these Olympian gods. Not even my defenses can stand in the face of their assault. They're about to break through every one of our defensive lines. Grah! Assemble my mass-produced mechanical soldiers. It's up to you to hold the last line of defense. Let them hear you roar, man. Even if we should vanish here today, the flag of freedom will still fly strong. I added a word there. Farewell, fellow Chaldeans. The rest is up to you now. Oh, that's a new sprite. Finish the first 2 summoning positions. So close to finishing more. We just don't have enough time. We only had a few more minutes. Could have at least finished the 3rd and 4th. Sorry, lady. Nothing else. We should have at least made sure you could escape. Edison's group has been fighting admirably. They clearly learned much from their experiences in the singularities. Okay, so they have memories from before. But I'm afraid this is as far as we go. We're truly, utterly defeated. The gods' lone strike will surely demolish this entire sector before we can deal them even a single blow. Maybe we threw caution to the wind too soon. Maybe we never even had a chance of winning at all. Dang it! Pardon my French. Mechanical Olympian gods, huh? They're the real deal. So they might even know something about the Ma-Atma. Ma-Atma? I know, but remember, they're the enemy of all proper human history. There may well be ships that cross the sea of stars to come here, my wise and beautiful Helena. But they are absolutely not the stars you looked up to. Thank you, Mr. Tesla. You're very kind. It's the truth, lady. Hear me, gods. This world does not belong to you. You're consigned to the trash heap of proper human history long ago. You aren't protecting anything. You only suffocate humanity with your enduring tyranny. Humanity will never be your pets or plaything. You better get squished. You know, I thought Tesla would be like OP here because, you know, lightning powers in Greek mythology is strong because... Okay, so I'll do one more aerial, probably. Okay, there's a battle against a saber. Okay. Dot dot dot. This is good at all. Is that you, Mashu? Yeah, okay, it's me. Good morning. Good, you're already up. Hope you don't mind if I come in. Good morning, senpai. Oh. Did you sleep well last night? Are you okay, senpai? You look pale. I had an awful nightmare about Edison and Helena and Tesla. They're arguing about AC/DC is awful. Mashu? Senpai. Well, I assume we saw that video before we went to bed. As a matter of fact, I had a bad dream myself. We never learned the good news about it, though. Like they said, the bad news is they're dead. But I think it's probably because we heard that all the heroic spirits that came to Olympus from Atlantis were wiped out. So much for finding other heroic spirits to join us. Well, Raiko will be here somewhere. Still, they did leave this hidden base for us. Should be more than functional enough for our purposes. Misashi's here to help too, so it hasn't been a complete loss. And though we've settled in here, we should report back to Director Gordall. Our comm situation still hasn't improved, but at least we might not have so much interference down here thanks to the difference in atmospheric magical energy levels. Whew, let me breathe. Whew. It's a long sentence. Thanks, Paul. Oh. Come on, senpai. Musashi and Holmes are waiting for you. Morning, Horsey. Did you sleep well last night? Oh, if you're hungry, there's breakfast we had over there. What, udon? I'll say this is about Olympus. The food here is yummy, or I don't know how to say it. That food Kyrky's or Serge is always talking about. Visited lots of different worlds back when I was alive, and as food goes, this place is easily in the top 5. Must mean civilization here has flourished to the point they can really focus on things like refining their cuisine. Just too bad they apparently never got around to inventing udon. Okay, there it is. You really do love udon, don't you, Musashi? So do I. Is udon the smelly food that they talked about in Kikonia? Ooh, a fellow udon lover, right? Can't just beat that texture. Sure, the way the noodles glided. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Mashu's a weeb. Yeah, I know servants don't technically need to sleep or eat, but just because we can go without both doesn't mean we should, if you ask me. Getting good rest helps you feel centered and focused, and a good meal just makes you straight up happy. And since we materialize with emotions and all, we are waste to neglect them. Well, good thing you're in good spirits, Musashi. You bet I am. Still me no matter where I go or what I do. Sure, things might be kind of depressing lately, but in general I like to smile my way through life. That's the kind of gal I was in life. It's who I am today. Fo. Morning to you too, Fo. So now that we've had a chance to slow down and catch our breath, I think it's a good idea to tell you what I've been up to since the last time we saw each other in Russia. Sure. First, just so we're all on the same page, I was able to meet up with you guys in Russia because of my unique constitution. See, I was able to wander into neighboring worlds in life. I always thought of it as Lady Cannon's guidance, but recently, Lady's actually just called drifting. So I think what happened was that I ended up drifting right before the world was wiped clean. When I drifted back a moment later, there's nothing left but bleached white ground everywhere I looked. At the time I thought it ended up in some blank slate parallel world somewhere. But after wandering around for a while, drifted right into the snowy fields of the Russian Lost Belt. You with me so far? Yeah, but what doesn't add up? Okay, back at Chaldea, your drift is recorded as something in nature of a gray shift. So my understanding was that you could only drift to different time periods in parallel worlds. Yep, as a rule, my drifts will always put me in different worlds, never in the same one I drifted from before. Is it because they're Lost Belts specifically? Basically, if I wanted to drift back to the same world as all of you guys, I basically have to keep drifting between different worlds and hope I'd eventually get lucky. But when I drifted out of Russia, I found myself face to face with the same bleached white Earth of 2020. Tried a few more drifts after that, they all turned out the same way. So this is basically, this could be considered the only world right now, under my assumption. Well, I didn't always end up in the same location, I did always end up in the same world and time period. Bit surprising at first, but I realized I basically gained a superpower, the ability to teleport across long distances. And that's good. Then I spent my days wandering around, fighting off weird creatures, and testing how much I could control my new ability. You ever go to South America? Do you see Ort? Then one day... Watch yourself, woman. Galedia! Colliding with another teleporter is unheard of, even in the Magecraft world. Ran into this guy who was kind of arrogant, but basically alright. We ended up traveling together for a while. Turned out to know a ton about all kinds of things. He knew what kind of divine power my drift uses. What happened to you guys after Russia? Not sure there's anything he didn't know. Anyway, he pretty much caught me up on the whole situation. Oh, oops. So I decided to sneak into the Atlantic Lost Spot ahead of you guys and wait ahead of you. I even managed to drift into Olympus easy peasy. They never even knew I was here. Fortunately, my drift only works on me, so I couldn't bring Robe Guy or any other heroic spirits along. Probably gonna need more help besides just me. Should we spend more time looking for other servants? No need. Circumstances being what they are, we can be assured that a Grand Servant will appear in the Atlantic Lost Belt. Is a beast is here. Servant will be much more powerful ally than you could ever hope to be. That being said, yeah, he's kind of dead. Yeah? They'll need you as well. You want to come along, I could take you as far as the Atlantic Lost Belt, but no farther. Counter Force truly is nothing if not meticulous, meandering, and mean-spirited. Is he a Counter Guardian then? Huh. Basically, your self-warping powers really came through. Yep, I always used to think of this tendency to drift as a problem, so I'm glad it turned out to actually be useful for once. Or is Musashi kind of summoned by the Counter Force? I mean, it's gotta be Roman, right? I forget Musashi's exact circumstances, though. Like, how she... We didn't summon her and she just left Chaldea, right? Well, I forget the end of Shimosa. In exchange for no longer being able to ray-shift to different time periods in parallel worlds, you're now essentially able to freely teleport, or at least to a certain extent. It's very impressive that you've been able to make your way into Lost Spots without embarking on a zero sale. Yep, not really sure how it works myself, but that all sounds right. Since some of your drift ability involves jumping... Yes, we get it, Mashu! I think it's safe to assume that it still works the same way, since that would explain how you're able to get past the Lost Spot storm walls. The idea is that you're jumping into a higher dimension, then falling back to a lower one. The only difference is that before you could fall down to any number of possible destinations. Now you're only falling back to this world, which is why you always emerge somewhere here. Yeah, exactly. Guess I can't really call it drifting anymore then, can I? Yeah, fall. What is this robe guy you met? Can you tell us anything more about him? Wait, actually don't do that with Holmes here. I'd like to know about that too. See the robe figure we've heard rumors about in the other Lost Boats? The one who claims to be from Chaldea? Sorry, but I can't answer that. Made me promise not to. I still owe him for giving me food and shelter for a night, so I can't go back on my word. I see. Well, at least we know he helped you, Musashi. Right, he did, didn't he? We may not know who he is, but we do know that he sent you here to help us. If it's thanks to him we're able to be reunited, he must be... It's gotta be on Chaldea's side. Did we intentionally cut her off there? Yeah, maybe? You know, it'd be great if that turned out to be the case. Ha ha ha. Anyway, HorseyEatYou, something I want you to keep in mind. Yes, the heroic spirits who came here from Atlantis may all be gone now, but you still had allies here willing to risk their lives for you. So while it may feel like you're fighting all on your own sometimes, you're not. You may not be able to see it, but your homeworld of proper human history is still here to back you up. Yeah, you're right. Okay, when's Edmund gonna show up? Yeah, full. Yeah, full. See, you're going to go too, Fall. That's the spirit. You're right. Motivation is the key to success. We're gonna need all the motivation we can get so we can settle things once and for all. What? Does saying it out loud scare you? Don't worry, we can do this. You guys already took out 2 of the gods. But we only managed to do that because we had so many servants helping us. Not to mention they all had enhanced their spirit origins using the Olympian gods Theos Therinomia. Top of all that, they had to risk everything they had, even then we were only just able to eke out a victory. This isn't good, Mashu. I don't know what the humming is supposed to be. Been bit by the cowardice bug. Oh? Yeah, cowardice bug? Bugs like that need to be shaken off as soon as possible. Yay. Well, think about it. We're the main characters. We can't lose. So on that note, go ahead and Orn next up, Mashu. Huh? Go on. Is she the saber we're fighting? No need to be modest. Question mark, question mark. Is this really a good idea? Luckily, you can shake off the cowardice bug pretty easily just by getting in some exercise. It means you're doing this too, whether you like it or not. It goes for you too, Mr. Detective. Don't think I don't see you watching over there. He's eavesdropping! Good grief. See, Eastern Samurai intuition, especially at a sword sense level, it's a frightening thing indeed. Okay, so this really kind of adds to the feel that he's the traitor, right? Like, we were talking about the robe guy. We try and ask you more about him, and, you know, if we did, which, you know, that promise was there, he would have learned about him. Or, rather, who he is. I'm sure he has an idea. Holmes, should he be up and about yet? Oh yes, I'm quite alright, Miss Key-Graylight. In fact, I feel even lighter on my feet now than I did before we left the border. As far as I can tell, I've recovered up to the point that I may indeed engage in hand-to-hand combat once again. These medical machines are truly marvelous things. You found Demeter Clearonomia here too? Correct. These Theos Clearonomia, collective mass of microscopic authority, named after Demeter, one of the goddesses of Greek mythology. Demeter is the goddess of fertility and the deity who cultivates ambrosia, a food which grants immortality. Right. According to the mythology of proper human history, she is best known for the tale of her beloved daughter's abduction. Persephone was abducted by Hades and made the queen of the underworld despite Demeter's desperate attempts to bring her back to Olympus. That's why she made Winter. I wonder if that's in the Nossoverse lore, though. Demeter Clearonomia. I remember seeing it once back in Atlantis, but... True, but the Clearonomia that were being kept here are far more effective than the Clearonomia we saw in Atlantis. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. You can bring some back with us to the study later, I have no doubt we could. No more questions! It's time for the morning training. Don't worry, Horsey. You can have breakfast as soon as it's over. Yeah, just go with it. Looks like there's no getting out of it. Great, understood. This morning training seems like it will be very different from the simulator training I'm used to, but I'll do my best to adjust. Very well, Miss Miyamoto, if you insist.
You warned, Baritsu is a highly versatile martial art. You think your katana alone will get you an easy victory? Advise you to reconsider your tactics. So you remembered somebody remembered to bring their trash talk. Okay guys, come at me whenever you like. My void sword is ready and waiting. Okay, so it's just filler fight. This seems very random. Unless it's related to Mashu's power up. Which, I mean, I don't see why this is relevant. It's not gonna make it. Yeah, okay. I know it. Where is she? There she is. It's just gonna be Musashi, so single target, Moriarty. Do I have a 4-star I like to use? No, not really. Like, Tomoe and Fujino are cool, but... And let's put, say... Well, actually, Napoleon's probably better for just... Oh! I don't know. No, it's probably Napoleon that's better. If you get one shot, right? One opportunity. Like, I don't know. I think it's an Eminem song. I don't know music. Anyway, yeah, I was talking about that. Pepe mentioned it way back in the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, I cut, so about 30 minutes ago. Because the OBS says I've been recording for 24 minutes, but you know, cut, yeah, you get it, you get it. You mentioned women's rights, which is an interesting topic, considering, you know, this is the same pantheon that ruled, you know, during Greek mythology. Which, of course, isn't necessarily the same in the Nasuverse as it is in real life, but of course it's similar enough, right? Anyway, like, yeah, compared it to, like, the Hinduism, well, particularly the Mahayapata. I still can't say that right. You go Moriarty. I'm sure he's still gonna show up. Which I think there's like one relevant female character in the Mahayapata, and she very much has like a traditional kind of housewife role, I guess. And there are parables in the Mahayapata that very much make it seem like, you know, that's kind of the place of woman, I guess, is the best way to phrase it. Well, Greek mythology, you know, also has... It's not the best. Women are portrayed better in it. Well, when they're, you know, not getting raped by Zeus, of course, or Poseidon, or any male god. I mean, Hades only does it once. Well, that makes him a good guy, right? Okay, you think we have to break both health bars? But there's a lot of, you know, like, Ontalanta types in Greek mythology. Warm-ups are over. You do that. What if Mashu dies and you have to redo it? Is she does Chariot work? I don't know. It should do pretty good damage though. We have the NP up from the... You get one. You know how Moriarty works. Hopefully. If not, go look him up. Your second skill. Because the voice actor always gets me. He doesn't sound how I imagine him. Like, he sounds like a little more wacky. Which arguably is a good thing. We always need a little wacky Moriarty in our lives. Yeah, but I'm not well versed with ancient Greek or ancient Indian culture to really comment more about that. But from what I know the Romans are pretty sexist, right? I don't know about the Greeks though. I assume they were, just because, you know, that's how history goes. Well, that's how European history goes. Well, and most Asian history. Well, okay. You get the point. This is annoying. We probably would have killed her this turn if she didn't have the shield. Oh, why didn't we do arts first? It's crazy. Could have had her MP ready. Maybe. I assume so. Your Mashu's almost dead. She'll be dead. Are we really 2% off? You're just dead me. Do we go for the crits, Mashu? We believe in you. Come on! You suck, Mashu. Oh, if Mashu crit, we would have killed her before watching this long animation. You're a failure, Mashu. Yeah, cool, Musashi. Yeah. I don't want to start talking about something new at the end of an episode. I don't think there's going to be post-battle dialogue. Like, hey, have you guys heard about this really niche visual novel called Umi Neko no Naku Koyo ni? I mean, really, it's not that niche anymore, right? Like, I feel like Umi Neko's been getting... Ever since the Steam release, has gotten more and more popular. Like, it's not nowhere near mainstream, of course, but... Another 0 AP, yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys next time with some more Fake Grand Order when we finish off the Harvest That Reaps the Stars 2. Yeah, so I'll see you guys then, next time.